This is 55 TV, and we are at 55 Factory. We've been working really, really hard, but we've managed to drag Kim Ann down here for a really nice afternoon. You're going to have to check out 55 Pages issue 4 for what happened. It's great to have you in London, and we love what you do, and we were chasing you up, and thanks for coming down for a start. Nice to see you in the UK. How do you like London? How do you like Europe?
I love London, and I love Europe.
You're a New Yorker. What is the New York and London are like sisters, and they share opportunities, and they share kind of a love for each other. What is it that you have with London, and as a New Yorker, what do you get when you come to London which is different in New York?
I think New Yorkers love London because it's kind of like a bigger and more spread out New York. So you feel comfortable once you're here. There's like a lot of stuff going on, even more so than in New York. So that's what I like. I think there's a lot of, especially the music culture is really nice here, and I think it's a nice leader for New York as far as dance music goes. And there's a lot of cool stuff that comes out of New York that London also kind of romanticizes about. It's sort of like a romance for each other. Yeah.
New York, we've noticed a lot of really cool urban stuff coming out. Now, we're in the midst of a global recession. Do you think that the underground arts get more at this time because there's less money and you have to work hard to produce? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the whole music industry has changed, so you do have to work harder, and people don't buy albums anymore, so you have to do it because you love to do it and hope that you get to where you want to be with it, But, yeah, you just have to play out a lot and do shows and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, in one way, I think it's also easier to be seen because of the internet, and so I don't know. There's like a weird balance, and there's kind of good things, but then again, people can be heard that never got a chance to be heard before, even in the recession.
Sure. You're from Hawaii. You live in New York. Would you say that? When I was thinking about my questions, there was this thing I had in my mind was Hawaii's quite isolated because it's in the middle of nowhere almost, and New York is the middle of everywhere as such. How is that relationship with you and as a music producer?
For me, I mean, I think that it sort of made me crave to get there even harder than other people. I mean, I actually never expected to, especially when I was little. I never thought that I would be in music and, have the opportunities that I have, because watching like MTV and VH1, you're on this little tiny island and you just don't see people like that on the island,
I know that as well.
You don't see rock stars or people on the radio. You see people that are going to the beach. Yeah. So in a way, you're really glamourized by it, and it's just like, wow, this is so far away from me. And so, once you started making stuff and once things were going well for me, it was really exciting. And I also think that I researched things even harder because it was so I was just so, I don't know, it just seemed so far away. Yeah.
Talk about your style. You've got a real definite look that you go through. And what influence do you get, and what is your aspirations? And I mean, is it something you find easy is it a natural thing for you to dress?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't think about, I don't really put too much thought into the way I dress. I just dress pretty much what makes me feel comfortable. Of course, there's a natural sense of style, but I don't really follow fashion blogs, or I honestly don't follow new designers, and I don't really consider myself so up on it, especially living in New York when all your friends around you are even more so, But I think that it rubs off on me in a really natural way, the people around me just affect me and inspire me. So, and I also support. I have so many creative friends that make clothes, or so you support them because they're your friends, but also they're really talented, And so I think it's really, I owe it to all the people around me, and also just like living in New York and seeing so much style on the streets. You can't help but pick something up. Sure. Hopefully.
But you start to have your own opinion, even though you don't want to follow fashion. You start to have your own opinion and want to avoid certain things and go for certain manners.
Yeah, for me, it's just like about being comfortable and owning what you're wearing. I'm not going to wear something that like isn't me, you know what I mean? Even if it's fashionable. So it's just a matter of finding something you feel really confident in. And for me, I mean, I guess I know what I like, so it's easy. Yeah.
Sure. What's kind of come up with you for, let's say, after Christmas, because we're coming up for that period, and what's coming up with you next year? What are your plans?
I'm just doing a lot of...
Apart from being on 55 pages. Oops, should I not have said that?
I'm just, working a lot on music and working on my solo material. And I'm also doing a bunch of collaborations, and I'm also working towards an album. And so, I'll be playing out a lot, and I'll also be releasing new material. So, yeah. Should
we catch up about that when you're next in London next year?
Definitely.
You're going to catch up with us later. Look out, 55 Pages issue 4 coming out not too soon. We're going to catch up with Kim Ann in the new year when she's next in London, and we can find out what's been going on both sides. This is 55 TV. Thank you very much.
Thank you.